discuss about activity. A lab activity. I think this is lab activity. Page number 3. Okay? Lab activity, lab activity, laboratory activity. Page number 3, new textbook. So this year you got what? New textbook. And this textbook consists of what? How many pages? 250 pages. Old book is having what? 230 pages. And this year, how many pages are there? 250 pages are there. And first unit starts from page number 1 to 25 pages. 1 to 25 pages. 1 to 25. 26 is second unit. That is respiration. And today we are discussing what? Presence of starch in leaf. To test the presence of starch in leaf. Listen. To test the presence of starch in leaf. To test the presence of starch in leaf. Starch means carbohydrate. Simple one is glucose. So plants are preparing food. You know, 4 factors are necessary for photosynthesis. So what are they? Carbon dioxide, water, sunlight, chlorophyll. 4 factors are necessary for photosynthesis. So in the presence of 4 factors, plants are preparing food. And today we are doing an activity. And this activity confirms that leaves are having starch or not. For that we are doing this activity. So you know, to do any activity, we need to follow some steps. So how many steps we need to follow? 6. Aim, material required, precautions, procedure, observation, conclusion. Are in brackets. Aim. How do we say aim?
Aim.
Material required.
Material required.
Precautions.
Precautions.
Procedure.
Procedure.
Observation.
Observation.
Inference or conclusion.
Inference.
So like that 6 steps are there, and these are important to do, to write the laboratory record. And now I am telling this one, to test the presence of starch in leaf. All of you open page number 4. There you see diagram is there. There is diagram. Figure number what? Figure number 4. Figure number 2A. Figure number 2A. There is a diagram. So in the diagram, all of you see clear. And there is a test tube. In the test tube, there is methylated spirit. And this in this methylated spirit, there is a leaf, green leaf is there. And we are keeping the test tube in a beaker, glass beaker, which is having what 3/4 glass beaker is having what water. And it is there on the asbestos sheet on tripod stand. And below the tripod stand, what is there? Asbestos sheet, what is there? Bunsen burner is there, burner. Okay, Bunsen burner is there. Now we need to take what? A leaf which is well exposed to sunlight, a thin and tender leaf, and plug the leaf which is well exposed to sunlight. And we need to keep the leaf in a test tube which is having what? Methylated spirit. We need to keep the leaf in a test tube which is having methylated spirit, and keep the what? Test tube which is having what? Methylated spirit, and also leaf in a beaker. And beaker is having what? Water. 3/4 the beaker is having what? Water. And now you need to put on a asbestos sheet. And below what is that? Bunsen burner is there. When you burn, so here water boils. So what boiling of water takes place. Then you see a test tube which is having methylated spirits also boils. It gets heat, and finally leaf become what? Pale color. Page number 3, last line. Pale color. PALE. So it become what? Colorless. More it become what? White. More it become what? White. Pale color. And that means that shows that chlorophylls are dissolved in the methylated spirits, and leaf is losing its color. And take the leaf from the test tube and keep it on the petri dish. Just by the use petri dish is there. On the petri dish, spread the leaf and add 1 or 2 drops of iodine on the pale color leaf. and leaf turn into bluish black. When leaf turn into bluish black, they tell that leaf is having what? Food. So in this way, we confirm that leaf is having what? Food. Leaf is having what? Starch. Leaf is having what? Food or starch or glucose. Starch is a complex one. Like that, we need to do this activity. So now I am telling what is the aim of the activity? To study the presence of starch in the leaf. That is aim. You know metal required. What are the metal required to do this activity? Here you see a beaker, and it is 3/4 of the beaker is having what? Water, and this is a test tube, and test tube is having what? Mineral spirit. So there is a green leaf. It is green leaf first, and it is sheet, and below that tripod stand. It is a burner. We need to burn, and water boils, and mineral spirit also boils, and the leaf become what? Pale color. Leaf loses what? Discolor. Chlorophylls, they dissolve in the mineral spirit. Finally, leaf turn to pale color, colorless, not blue, colorless. And that colorless leaf you take what? On a petri dish. This is petri dish. And petri dish, on the petri dish we need to spread the leaf and pour 1 or 2 drops of what? Iodine on the leaf. And leaf turn into bluish black. That tells that leaf is having what? Starch. So in this way, we have confirmed that leaf is having what? Food. That is nothing but starch. So first you need to write what? Aim. To study the presence of starch in leaf. And next, metal required. I told you metal required. Next, precautions. So we should not touch the mineral spirit. We should not touch the iodine. And we need to take some care. And we should not touch this mineral spirit. That is also, those are called precautions. We need to take precautions. Next, procedure. I told you procedure, how to do the activity. Next, observation. What is observing? When you pour iodine on the leaf turn into bluish black. That is observation. Your observation. And finally, you are getting what inference? And finally, leaf turn into bluish black. That is your inference. Conclusion. Like that, you need to do this activity. Okay? And now you please tell me how many steps we need to follow while writing lab activity? 6. What are they?
Aim,
Metal required, precautions, procedure, observation, inference and conclusion. Like that, we need to write this. What we need to follow these what steps while writing what? Record in your laboratory record. Okay? I think you understood well about this activity. Okay? Thank you, children.